All right, now we all know how popular puzzles got during the pandemic. We had a lot more time at home. Had a lot of people turning to those 500, maybe 1,000 piece puzzles. Maybe not 40,000
Ooh, that's
pieces.
a lot of pieces. And it's a project Richland resident Becky Eater is still working on. I got a chance to watch her in action. Take a look at this.
40,320 puzzle pieces. That's the project Becky Eater has been working on for well over 2 years.
Cinderella. Lots of blues. That one was hard.
It's a Guinness World Record breaking challenge created by game maker Ravensburger. 10 separate Disney scenes.
Each section is 4,032 pieces. Yes.
That all fit together to form a 6 by 22 foot masterpiece.
We will probably take it downstairs, and our living room, I think, is long enough. And so we will put it together, which is a process too.
Becky says she's just weeks away from completing the final and what she calls hardest part yet.
Sometimes you're doing a section that's 1,000 pieces of blue.
But let's go back to the beginning. Becky said before the pandemic, she finished an 18,000 piece puzzle. So naturally,
I'll just do a big one and spend the whole time doing it.
how difficult could it be?
Difficult. It was more difficult than I thought it would be. It was because it's so large. There's so many of the same color variations, and so it's really hard.
Becky says she's gotten more efficient over time, but has found that separating pieces by color and size works best, as does completing the edges, if there is one, and the film reel first.
Sometimes there's tears. It really wears on your eyes and your body, just leaning over a puzzle for hours and hours and hours and things like that.
Luckily, she's had support from her husband, children, friends, and mother.
Big encourager. She's my biggest fan, and she's very helpful.
Over the weeks, months, and, well, years, there's been a lot of...
And that is similar in color. Nope.
And...
Oh, and that one works.
Do that over 40,000 times, and you've got yourself a puzzle.
I'm proud of myself that I work through difficult things. Do it for fun. Make sure you're doing it for enjoyment, and push yourself. Try to see if you can do something bigger. There it is.
Wow.
Lots of puzzle pieces.
All the colors are the same.
I know, all of the colors. Yes, and she has it so organized. And I asked her, where do you start? And she says, you just got to start somewhere.
Well, put two of them together and then it works.
Absolutely. So all of those individual scenes from Disney get put together, and eventually it forms a 6 foot by 22 foot masterpiece mural. Impressive. And I asked Becky what she plans to do with it after. Well, they're going to take it downstairs and, of course, admire it first.
Right.
But after, it may go in a friend's nursery. She says the satisfaction for her really comes from the actual work of the puzzle. So
at that point, it'd be like a mural. You could put it up in a school or something.
Yes, it would be beautiful. So hats off to Becky.
Yes. Now, it's hot out there. You may want to be inside with the puzzle this weekend. Jason Valentine is at the Wild Horse Golf Course with the details.